Hello again, my family and friends. It's another great day to be alive. Today, I wanted to share an article that a good friend of mine named Justin sent over to me. It is an article about what is the spiritual meaning of breast cancer and healing. And if anybody knows me, I would be more than happy to read articles on enhancing my spirituality. So this is going to be a longer video, so sit back and relax and enjoy what I've learned so far about the spiritual meaning behind having breast cancer. I am going to switch it around so that I can read to you a little bit of the article as well, so you guys can follow along. All right. Breast cancer, a common and devastating illness, can have a profound spiritual meaning, often seen as a call for emotional and personal growth. The disease represents an opportunity for reflection and transformation. Emotional imbalance. Cancer may signify an unresolved emotional issue, urging individuals to confront and heal pain from their past. Nurturing and self-care. The disease serves as a reminder to prioritize self-care and nurturing of one's life to cultivate well-being and inner balance. Feminine energy. Breast cancer can represent an imbalance or suppression of feminine energy, encouraging the individual to reconnect with their femininity and embrace their vulnerability. Okay, we already did that, sorry. Life purpose and spiritual growth. The cancer journey can act as a catalyst for personal and spiritual growth, encouraging individuals to reassess their life path and consider their true purpose. And there are 8 aspects spiritual meaning of breast cancer. Loss of nurturing. Breast cancer may be connected to a perceived loss of nurturing or care, either from oneself or from others. This could be due to the lack of self-care, of healing unsupported in life, a feeling unsupported in life. Sorry about that. So, I'm going to chat personally on each one. Loss of nurturing. I have to admit that I do have 7 kids. I have 7 grandbabies, 8 grandbabies actually, 9 almost on the way. And I was working 3 jobs and booking gigs and performing. And I honestly was not taking good care of my own personal health. I was so wrapped up in and consumed in taking care of everyone else and making sure they were provided for. So I do understand the loss of nurturing my own self. So let's go on to the next one. All right. Emotional imbalance. Emotional imbalances, such as unresolved feelings of sadness, anger, or resentment, may be linked to the development of breast cancer. Addressing these emotions and finding a healthy outlet for them can be important for spiritual healing. Emotional imbalance for a person of my caliber who loves to give positivity and joy to the world, I have to admit that I have had feelings of unresolved feelings, resentment, and those feelings of sadness and anger and resentment did come from being divorced and being separated from my children for many years. I held a lot of resentment towards the stepmom who was not able to share and let the children know that they can have two moms. And so I've been without some of my children for quite some time, which has created a lot of sorrow within me. And I still have a lot of sorrow within me that I'm trying to heal. And by the way, I did a deep healing session with Sally Love. I'll share the link to her site. And she was helping me heal from those emotions that are stuck within me still to this day. So please reach out to somebody that might be able to help you release some resentment if you are having resentment problems. I also did secretly resent my husband, who I currently am married to, for not being able to or willing to get a job and be the provider, and I felt like I needed to take care of everyone all the time, and it was exhausting, and I resented that, and I held a little bit of anger because he just wanted to become famous and try to just sing only, and we did the best that we could, and I just didn't know what else I could do, and I noticed that he wasn't happy all the time, and I resented him for not being happy with the life that we currently have and be thankful for what he has. And so that is a hidden resentment I did have, but I has been cleared from Sally Love as of yesterday. So I was able to understand and release that resentment. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Unexpressed creativity. Blocked or expressed creativity may manifest as breast cancer, suggesting a need for the individual to explore their creative passions and interests. I have been wanting to create secretly, not just perform and cover tunes and travel and sing more cover tunes, but I've always wanted to create a inspiring show that was filled with inspiration, high vibration, healing frequencies, and I haven't really had the support and to actually create it and make it happen. I also have ideas to create a suicide prevention program. I know that I'm here basically trying to survive and live while there's others that wish that they just would die. And I want to be able to inspire those that are feeling like life is worth nothing at this time, that there are people out there that are literally dying to live. And that is my creative passion. I also have a passion for frequencies, and I have a grand idea for a power pyramid that I wanted to put together that might be able to help with mental health and self-healing one day. So, but I've put all that on the side for over 15 years, just to try to create dreams for others and make sure that others are okay. So I did lack in the expressing my true creativity to the world for many years. Motherhood issues. Breast cancer may symbolize unresolved issues related to motherhood, such as difficulties with one's own mother or challenges related to being a mother oneself. All right, so pray with me, because this is one that really probably is the true problem of my cancer. I have 7 beautiful children, of which are very talented and loving children.
However, because I was a young mom, 14 years old, I got pregnant and was married, and I did not realize my anger and frustration towards being abused as a child myself and trying to live a life and still go to school and learn and grow, what it would do to my own children. And the repercussions of that have been, I have a few that would barely even call me mom. They'll call me by my name, Jennifer. Some of my kids won't even give me a hug when I need it the most. And some hate my guts and probably wish I would die. Knowing this as a mom and a teacher of inspiration and love for and light for all people, it saddens me the most that my own children won't accept me and love me as their mom. My goal has always been to just hope that my children are successful and love themselves and love others, and that when they have children that they can love their children and show them the way to live a happy, successful life, which I have tried to be the example of. And still to this day, through divorces and abandonment issues, things have not always been resolved. And again, Sally Love has opened my throat chakra, which is killing me at the moment, to speak my truth of the pain of not being so close to my children with a great bond that could have been much better. And I would wish anything in the world to be able to create a bond of understanding and love for my children. So, motherhood issues are very much so probably a lot of the cause of my breast cancer. But I'm not blaming anybody, it's just me. I know what I have done wrong. I was a young mom. I've been married now 4 times. And I don't blame them for being angry with me. And but I do hope one day those issues will be resolved within them so that they can be the best mothers they can be when they have their children, so that I don't carry that heartache and sorrow to them and them to their children for more generations to come. So I'm working very hard on trying to heal the hearts of my children daily. All right, let's move on. All right, feminine energy. The development of breast cancer may be a signal that feminine energy is out of balance, either due to societal expectations or personal beliefs about what it means to be a woman. Embracing and affirming one's feminine energy may be a key aspect of spiritual healing. All right. Well, now that I look badass and I do show feminine energy sometimes, but I have I've acted like it's hot. I have been like I work at Fresenius Medical Care. I was working as a teacher and counselor, and I was also booking gigs and traveling and performing. And then I'd come home and I'd cook and I'd clean and I'd mow the lawn and pull the weeds and it's just been my responsibility. And again, it was I was playing the male role, feeling the lack where my husband was concerned. because he didn't want to get a job. And since I have 7 kids and my husband has no kids, I felt it was my responsibility to place that burden of financial supporting on myself to take care of everyone all the time. And it was a heavy burden to bear. And so my masculine energy to be strong and was being displayed. And my warrior part of me and my strength and perseverance and resilience just flew out the roof because of that. And I became stronger and an independent, well-rounded woman because of that. And I do thank my husband for that, because it did help me become a better individual. However, I did lack in the feminine realm of the just wearing the clothes that I want to wear, being the, putting nails on, or singing beautiful angelic music instead of rock music, and my feminine energy was a little bit depleted, I think, simply because I had to take on the responsibilities financially for our family like the male would have in our home. So, but that has now been resolved, so that's good. Ray's got an awesome job. He's forklift driving, and he's working on getting his own insurance and dental and health care. And so I'm very proud of him for his willingness to step up during this time. So let's move on. All right. Let's see here. Self-love and acceptance. A lack of self-love and acceptance can contribute to the development of breast cancer. Learning to love and accept oneself, flaws and all, can be an important step in the healing process. All right. Well, while those of you who know me always see a smile on my face, and I'm singing out on stage, and I'm teaching and sharing everybody wonderful, beautiful love and light messages all around the world, I have had, since I was young, I think it was derived from my younger years growing up and being sexually abused as a child, I never really understood my true essence of beauty and self-love. I had eating disorders, and I hated looking at myself in the mirror, and I thought that I needed to be perfect, as all women think that they need to be. So self-love and acceptance wasn't really there. And I never really understood why or how to lose weight and be fit and love myself at all. I will just be flat out completely honest with that. But now I'm just thankful that I have a body and that I can experience life and learning and growth in. And I know that I'm not my physical body. My true essence is the light within that gets to see and view everything through my eyes and hear everything through my ears and my taste buds and all my senses. And I am now cleared of self-image. Obviously, I'm talking to you with no hair, and I'm totally okay with that. Before, I remember I dyed my hair pink one time, for all of you who have watched us perform. And a lot of the fans were like, oh my gosh, and the band members were like, oh my gosh, you dyed your hair. You're not like the blonde beauty no more. Your hair's pink, and let's just dye it back the way it was. And others were like, ooh, I like the blonde better. And I felt very, very sad. Actually, I went home and I cried that day actually a lot, and I try to get the pink out of my hair as fast as possible, and it really hurt my feelings. And so self-image, being on stage as a woman, has has really taken a toll on me physically, and but not anymore. I love my body, and I'm learning to place only the good things inside of my body that is going to help my cells grow and transform in a proper way, that is best for my body, not what's everyone else wants me to do, or what's, party and fun all the time, but finding a balance in it, is my new goal for this now. So we'll move on to the next one. All right, forgiveness. Holding on to grudges and refusing to forgive oneself or others may contribute to breast cancer. Practicing forgiveness and letting go of resentments can be essential for spiritual growth and healing. And I think we covered this a little earlier, when I talked about resentments. But I do forgive myself for all that I have done. I know I was young, dumb, and stupid, and trying to grow up the best that I can. I've tried to go back and resolve all the hurt feelings that I've ever caused on another, and I truly do love and forgive all that may have done me wrong in any way, shape, or form. So that in itself has been healed. So I am thankful for that. And so we'll move on to the next one. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. All right, give me a moment. Let's see here. Okay. Connection to the divine. Breast cancer may be a call to deepen one's connection to the divine or a higher power. This can involve exploring one's spirituality, engaging in practicing like meditation of prayers, and seeking guidance from spiritual mentors. And as everybody knows, I have been searching to connect more with the divine light of all that is, and reaching for higher power. And especially now, what better time than to know that I myself know that there are higher powers that are actually living within me that I need to cultivate and use. I do understand that the divine and all that is not out of my reach. It's not somewhere far away. It's always been within me, and I am enhancing that every single day and believing in the internal power. And those who believe in Christ said, "You can do all things, and you can even do more than I if you just believe." And I want to be able to know and believe for myself that love is the highest divine power and miracle maker of all mankind. And because of your love, I am healing faster, and I'm able to speak my truth and my sorrows publicly in hopes that you can bypass having to have a disease simply because you are unable to speak your truth and your sadness and your sorrows out loud. And if there's anything I can do for you, well, right now all I can do for you is take care of me enough to share with you my love, my true unconditional love. And I hope that you don't ever have to go through cancer due to emotional imbalances, resentments, unable to be your true, authentic self. I encourage each and every one of you to eat healthy, love yourself, believe in yourself, and search for that higher power within you today. I hope this lesson was beneficial to you, and hopefully it saves a few of you from getting breast cancer as well. I send you all of my loves and thank you for going along this journey with me. May we all be a better individual self for our own self and for our family and for our friends and for the world during this time. I love you always. Until next time.